Dear God, Rampage. I don't know how he does it, but he finds a way to butcher every single hand. Somehow he just butchers every single hand. It's amazing.
High roll. This is the biggest tournament of the trip, the 20K buy-in here in Australia. We start things off with 250,000 chips. In level 4 we go, picking up pocket 5s in the small blind. I decide to limp in the big blind checks, and we're off to a flop of...
Okay, first of all, why are you limping pocket 5 in the small blind? You should be raising. 100%, you should be raising that hand. Because if you limp, literally every hand is going to get in against you and see a flop, and they're going to have overcards at least. So you can't let them just see it for free. At least try and raise and take it down pre. That's the first mistake.
8, 7, 5, 2 diamonds. I check it over to him with an underpair to the board, but it's straight draw, and he checks this one back.
He checks it, hoping to hit the... I don't know, if you hit the 9, you're not even good necessarily. I don't know what he's trying to do.
Going to see a turn which is a board pairing 6. All things considered, not a bad result, but it is very vulnerable with my hand. I decide to check, don't really want to put many chips in the middle, and my opponent fires out 6,000.
Okay, so you check, and then he bets out. So you've allowed him to hit the board. Does he have any bluffs at all? At this point, like, I'm trying to think. He has his entire range because he didn't raise pre-flop. So he can have a 6, he can have a 7, he can have an 8, he can have 9, 10, he can have 4, 5. He can have everything because you didn't raise pre. That's why you need to raise pre. You should be folding here. Because even if you hit the 9, you have the low end of the straight and you're still in a difficult spot. You don't know where you're at. Still. And, you know, there's 8s can come, 7s can come and totally counterfeit you. There's so many reasons to fold here. You fold now. You should have raised earlier and folded now.
Here, I decide to make the call. The river is another 6, so we end up boating up.
But you're still behind, most likely, here. So I guess you should just, like, check fold.
Not very strong of a full house, to be fair. I check one more time, and my opponent fires out 17,000.
17,000, okay. So you just have basically the underpair, and he can have literally anything because you didn't raise, which is crazy. So this is just an easy fold. You really should have folded the turn, but now this is a fold.
As played, and given the situation here, don't think I'm ever really folding for this price. There's lots of bluffs.
The pot is 19k. Dude bets 17k into it. So like full pot size, practically, it's like a value bet 100%. It's a 100% value bet. And you are not even considering folding.
Beat like worse pairs that could be value betting as well.
Worse pairs that could be value betting. What worse pairs exist? Any pair on the board crushes you. You have a low pocket pair, so if he has a pocket pair, he still is most likely crushing you. You're saying that he has deuces, 3s, or 4s, and played it this way. He didn't raise pre in the big blind after you limped, and then he decided to bet the turn and the river. What? Betting the river could maybe make sense, actually, but, I don't think he would bet the turn with pocket 3s or 4s or deuces, and I think he would have raised pre-flop because he's not as dumb as you. So this is another clear fold. Basically every decision this hand has been atrocious.
So I decide to make the call, and my opponent has Jack 7.
See, Jack 7, a hand that you could have probably raised pre-flop and gotten the fold.